Hello class, I'm creating this video to answer a question from Unit 3, Learning Objective 5, and I believe on the MyStatLab programs, again it was talking about the central limit theorem, problem number 9. Here we go. So let's take a look at this. Give me 1 second to read the problem. Okay, so it looks like we have some type of proportion of Americans that were afraid to fly. Looks like it was 0.10. We took a random sample of 1,100 Americans, and 121 indicate that they are afraid to fly. Explain why this is not necessarily evidence that the proportion of Americans who are afraid to fly has increased. Okay, so again, let's take stock of what we have. It looks like we have a sample size, n. We are given a proportion, 0.10. We don't know the standard deviation, but we know this formula is handy, right? We can use this to come up with some type of standard deviation. So if I put my p in here and divide by my n, I can come up with this sigma. So let's go back to the problem. Oops, here we go. And let's take out my calculator and enter some values. So I think this should do it. Right, my n is 1,100. My p is 0.10. According to my little formula sheet, right, p times 1 minus p over n, take the square root of that, will give me my sigma. So I think that's really all I need, so I will press enter. Okay, so I have my standard deviation now, so I can enter this into StatCrunch and see what we get here in terms of a probability. So I go to StatCrunch, I press Stat, Calculators, Normal, and we were given 0.10, and our standard deviation, I have to bring my calculator back up. That was this 0.0090. I'm going to enter most of these numbers just to be safe. Okay, so I'm just typing, just double checking to make sure I type these numbers in correctly. And as you see, I went quite a few decimal places. Okay, and we wanted to see how many passengers there were. So it looks like there were 121 out of 1,100. So I actually have to do a little more math here. I have to divide 121 by 1,000. Oh, I'm sorry, by 1,100. So I get 0.11. So I'm going to enter that into StatCrunch. Oops. Here we go. 0.11, and I think that is it. I just want to double check my calculator, make sure, right? 0.11, 0.11. All right, so everything's in here. So it looks like my answer is this 0.1344624. Let's go back and look at our choices here. So we didn't calculate the sample proportion, we calculated the probability, right? So this is not necessarily evidence that the proportion of Americans who fly, yeah, because the probability of obtaining a value equal to or more extreme than the sample proportion, well, that was, whoops, there it goes, right? So, and it says round to 4 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we have to make that a 5. Oh. There we go. And this is not unusual. So this would be my answer. Let's check it to see if it works. Yeah, that's it. That's all we had to do there. I hope this helps. Have a great day.